Hey there, folks, and welcome back to the Gamer's Grotto. Today we're going to be playing Open Roads. I was originally going to do a live stream of Alan Wake 2, and then I realized, seeing as how it's Mother's Day, Alan Wake 2 probably wouldn't fit in too well.
Hey at the Gamer's Grotto.
Hey, Retro Engine, how are you doing today? Hope you're doing good. So today's game is an open world adventure game. This game, you play as a mother and daughter going on a road trip. This game came out earlier this year, and I figured today would be a good day to stream it on Mother's Day, because it technically ties in with Mother's Day in a sense, because we're playing as a mother and daughter in a relationship, and they're going on a road trip together. So let's hop right into this right now. Let's play Open Roads on the PS5. I think this game's also out on the Xbox Series X and S, and the PC as well. Not so sure about the Switch, but anyway, let's head right into this right now and enjoy Open Roads together on the PS5. Mom wants me to pack up my room to get ready for the move next week. It's taken a while, but I'm pretty close. Just a few things left before I can cross it off my to-do list. Alright. So, looks like we're moving, so let's... A jar of tacks. Well, that's always useful, I suppose. Birthday card. I like the animation in this, by the way. It's all like rendered, and then all of the actual characters are hand-drawn animated. So it's a unique style. I forgot it. That's not even proper English. But happy belated birthday. Sorry for the lateness, Tessa Bear. Things gotta get away from me here, but you're always on my mind. We'll call soon. Can't wait, Dad. Well, that's nice. Can I look at the back of the card? No, I guess I can't. Alright. Whoops. I meant to pack that. Might as well pack everything.
Ah, Nevada. Home to all manner of folksy cryptids and cool dads.
Okay. Liquid Gold, a history of the Canadian-American bootleg trade and the secret fortunes left behind. Interesting. You never returned to the library, young lady. You're stealing books. I see how it is. Well, we're not going to pack this. This is garbage. We'll just leave it behind for the next people who bought this house. That seems like a good idea. Just leave our garbage behind for them. I want to make sure... Okay. I want to make sure the copyright music is off so I don't get copyright dinged. I married Bigfoot, she's great. Well, that's good. Alright. Me and Dad laser tag champions. Your dad looks really damn young.
Grotto, how are you?
Hey, Lewis, how are you doing, buddy? We were going to do Life is Strange today, and then I realized, it's Mother's Day, so I put on this game, which is like a mother-daughter road trip game. And it's a really good adventure game, and the story is really good, and the animation is really good. As you can see, it's all 3D rendered, but then the character models are actually hand-drawn animated, so it's actually really cool. The Hunt for Buried Bootlegger Treasure, Local Myth, or Fortune in Hiding by Theresa Devine. Prohibition in America was meant to stop people across the country from drinking alcohol in bars in their homes. But what it achieved was creating a booming industry of illegal alcohol imports, especially from Canada. Oh, sure. Blame the Canadians. I see how it is. Much of this so-called bootlegging was done in dead of night, ferrying barrels of alcohol across the border and huge sums of cash back to Canada. But much of this money was stashed, hidden, buried stateside by bootleggers for safekeeping until the coast was clear to bring it home, and some of that illicit treasure must have been left behind when bootleggers were arrested by the authorities or killed in underworld dealings gone wrong. The locations of these abandoned caches of riches may be lost to time, but hints and clues remain. My father and I have spent many a summer vacation tracking down potential spots to search for this left-behind bootlegger gold. None yet successful, but these local legends and the history behind them is fascinating to learn more. Is that it? That seemed to end kind of weird. Alright, cool. Might as well... It seems like it has sentimental value, so we'll pack that. Pick up note. Oh! Search bots for the treasure. Yeah. Like I said, I think we should just pack everything in the bedroom.
Guess I'll have to pack this after my next shift.
Video Galaxy. Looks like a video store. That's cool. That'd be a fun place to work at. Poster. We're leaving the stars behind, really? Alright. Cool. They look tacky anyway. Pick up Geode. That looks cool. Pack up calendar. An invoice that you never paid for, I'm assuming. Web page design services. The web publishing. She made her own website, I guess. Ooh, grandma's, that's important. Grandma's obituary. Chapstick, sure. Nail polish, why not? Piece of watermelon, sure. What? Oh. Not a bad student. C+ in geometry. Missing assignments. That's not bad. My report card in high school was a lot worse. Mine was pretty bad. Pick up hair clips. Why won't you let me? Alright, fine, I'll pick up the book first. Pan-Image WebScribe for Windows and Macintosh. Teach yourself Pan-Image WebScribe the quick and easy way. You'll be creating professional web pages in no time flat. Visual guides for every step. That's cool. Example CD included. I remember back in those days. Nail polish. School flyer. Preparing for home. We don't need to worry about those things. Pirates of the Caribbean Matrix Reloaded reviews. Alright, so at least we know a timeline when this was made, or when this was taking place. Alright, never forget, marking the anniversary of 9/11. Our lives all changed on that fateful day 2 years ago. Greenville students share their remembrances. Like all kids in America and across the world, the students of Greenville High's lives were changed forever on September 11th, 2001. Whether you heard the news from your parents that morning or saw the reports on TV, you're certain to remember where we were that fateful moment. In the last 2 years, the threat of terrorism has become part of our everyday lives. So have terms like weapons of mass destruction. From the moment that the planes hit the World Trade Center towers, we knew things would never be the same. As American troops enter Iraq, the conversation has changed to one between people who demand we support our troops and those who argue that George W. Bush and Donald Rumsfeld's reasons for war aren't justified. But today is a day to mourn those over 6,000 people whose lives were lost 2 years ago, and appreciate the sacrifices of volunteers, first responders, and community members who leapt into action when they were most continued on page 2. I don't know why they wouldn't just put the whole thing now. The new gym, worth the wait. I love the new logo painted on the basketball court, Go Gremlins. That is a weird name for a basketball team. Whatever, man.
Better leave these where Mom won't see them.
Is it a plane ticket? Yeah. Alright. So you're just going to leave them there? That's the spot where you want to leave them? We're not going to pack them up? Better leave them in a spot Mom won't see them, like my front desk. Andromeda Theater.
Long time no see at the Gamers Grotto.
I've been around. You just haven't been a part. You just haven't been a part of. I've been back for ages, Stu. You just haven't been a part of my live streams. I've been back since like mid-April.
I haven't seen you stream at all until now.
Oh no, I've streamed before. I've streamed 2 games since I got back.
Nor have they shown up on my subs feed.
Well, I don't post them anymore in your Discord. They should show up in your subscriber feed. But then again, it is YouTube, and YouTube sucks. So there's that. Yes, friendship bracelets, always good to pack.
Oh,
Dead
right.
iPad.
I was supposed to feed you. Poor little guy.
Can't feed it anymore, considering it, the batteries are dead. But whatever.
I don't mean that. They don't show up on my YouTube feed.
Well, I mean, it's the same way with.
Yes, it does suck.
It's the same way with me, right? Whenever you stream your videos, I never get any notifications. The only notification I get is when I'm in your Discord, and I barely go on Discord anymore. Happy birthday, Theresa. It's always so much fun to have you visit. I can't wait till next time. I'm so proud of you, your business, and the kind of woman you are becoming. All my love, Aunt August. That's nice. Alright. Jesus Christ, you barely have anything in your room, lady. What are we packing here? Hey Tess, we doing movie night at your place? Yes, we are. What kind of movies are you bringing from work? It's a comedy, double feature night. I'll give you
Theresa?
one clue. Huh? Who's Theresa? I think it's the grandmother. I'll give you one clue as to which movies they are going to be. What is it? I already gave it to you. You have your clue. What? Okay.
Hi, Stu Saget, how are you?
Stu Saget. Clueless. Oh, that was the clue. So basically, the fact that she's clueless. That's funny. That's funny. DVD Clueless, 1995, Alicia Silverstone. A rich and glamorous high school student tries to transform a new pupil into the most popular girl at school, but fate has other plans. And Tim Curry, Clue, 1985. 6 strangers are invited to a mysterious mansion for dinner.
I'm good, Lewis, how are you?
But when their host turns up dead, anyone and everyone becomes a suspect, especially Stu. Stu is the #1 suspect, I'm telling you. Can't trust that man. Let's pack up these crappy-ass erasers. We're not taking the TV or the VCR when we're moving? Alright, cool. I guess we're buying a new one. A birth control... No, it's a pen.
It's hard to hear you, Lewis, at the Gamers Grotto keeps talking over us.
I know, right? How dare I talk during my live stream? What the fuck, man? We still need to work on that podcast, you lazy bastard.
Doing good.
We're not taking our computer either? What the fuck, man? You're just gonna pack everything except the most expensive things. What the fuck? Dementia tips from a teenage grandson. Shoot them. Once they start forgetting you, just like throw them into a garbage dump. They will eventually just decompose. I don't know. This is why I'm not good at giving tips. 3 dementia tips from a teenage grandson by Henry Wood. When a beloved grandparent begins to experience dementia, it can be really hard. I've learned a lot since my own grandmother started showing signs. I hope these tips can help you. 1. It's more than memory loss. Dementia can bring on behavior changes, like becoming more stubborn or irritable, even if they were never like that before. Just remember that it's not their real personality coming through, and do your best to take it in stride. 2. Be adaptable. You'll quickly learn which questions your grandparent has trouble answering. Learn to change the subject from things that are difficult or upsetting. If you say something wrong, don't worry, take it as a learning experience. 3. Look on the bright side. When they can't remember a name or event, don't correct them. Just act like anybody might forget that kind of thing. Stay positive. You can't bring their memory back, but you can make them feel okay about where they are. And don't forget, not everything needs to be communicated with words. Sometimes a simple hug can go a very long way. So basically what we learned from this is whenever Stu has his dementia outbreaks, it's okay, just give him a hug. He'll be fine. Okay. Oh, damn, you ate a whole bag of cookies, you fat ass. What's the last thing? Clipped out, no, that's not what I wanted. Shit bag.
The words are small. I thought it said FK up piece of paper.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. By the way, everybody, happy Mother's Day to your parents, your mothers, the ones who raised you. This is why I'm playing this today, because it's a mother-daughter road trip game. Remy says, stay in school, kids, don't turn out like me. Gremlin Pride, what the fuck? Hey, bestie, wanted to make sure you wouldn't miss this message. Now anybody else who signs this will know I'm your bestie, not them. Let's have a great summer this summer. Movie night every night. Cool. I might as well pack up the yearbook. I think that's it. I think we've packed everything except the bubble wrap. Alright, yeah, because it's not letting us pack anything else. Which is kind of weird. Close enough.
Tess?
Yeah?
Come down to the basement. There's something I want to show you.
The basement? What is it?
Oh, it's nothing really. Remember, this? Gah!
This looks like something I would play and nobody would watch.
It's a very indie game.
Congrats on 500 subs, Jeremy.
Oh, thanks. No, I had this guy that was like that messaged me on Facebook, and he was telling me, and I realized it was a red flag when he was telling me, "Oh, I can help you get 1 million subscribers if you pay me," and I'm like, "No, I'm good. I think I'm okay." He's gonna help promote my channel apparently. I was like, I think I'm good. I told him thanks, but no thanks. What is it? Well, it looks like a dog to me.
I love it! Where did this masterpiece come from?
Your Aunt August made it. When she was a kid. It's Lady, the dog we had.
If you pay me, I will help rob your bank account.
Aunt August isn't a rich and famous artist now?
Well, she is one of those things. Not a famous artist, though.
We've still got a little while before we actually move out, right? Like a week?
Yeah, about.
The estate sale was weird. Having all those people in the house, picking through Grandma's stuff. I'm glad it's over.
Yeah, me too.
Are you okay? Mom.
We took care of your grandmother right up to the end, and
now they're selling the house out from under us. I know.
wanna just take a minute and look around and see what's left? I haven't really gone through everything since the sale ended.
Yeah, me neither. That sounds really nice. Just looking through what's still here. Aside from this hell picture.
Amazing that no one bought it, right?
Just shocking.
So you're all packed up, right? Good to go?
Oh my god.
Just remember that it needs to be done by Wednesday so we can get everything out of here on time.
I know.
So the one thing, I mean, it is a very indie game. It's actually really cool. I like the fact that it's like all CGI, like proper rendered, and then all of the characters in the game are all hand-drawn animated. It's a really neat style. The other thing to note is that the voice acting is really good. Like, I gotta be honest with you, the voice acting really sells the game for me. I think the voice acting is some of the best I've heard. And that's because the actors that are in this are actually Hollywood actors. I can't remember who the voice actors are, but they're Hollywood actors. Most of Grandma Helen's stuff was sold off in the estate sale. I haven't really had a chance to look around and see what's left until now. All right. Well, look, there's a broom and a fire hydrant. Yep, that's a dustpan. That's a broom. We're making progress. I don't think that painting looks that bad, to be honest. It does. I mean, the face is kind of off for a dog. It's not. It looks cartoonish, but it doesn't look necessarily as bad as.
Ooh, so dapper. Was this Grandpa's?
No, it belonged to the mob that was after Grandpa. They tied him up in the basement. Dear Millie. No one gives advice like Millie. With her wit, wisdom, and ineffable tact, dear Millie has been charming readers for over 15 years. Found in newspapers nationwide, Millie doles out sage advice to over 5 million readers weekly. Gathered here for the first time are some of the most engaging responses from the sage of the Midwest. On matters of home, parenting, and romance, there's never been a question that Millie can't answer. Millie is the grandmother. So the grandmother in this game was a former writer, and she basically answered questions that people asked her, that kind of stuff. Advice columnists, I think they're called. Anyway, let's ask Mom about this
Grandma's advice
book.
column was popular, wasn't it?
For a little while, yeah.
I felt really lucky that I got to ask her for advice face to face. I remember when we went to that one book signing when I was a little kid.
You remember that?
Yeah, I mean, people in the audience seemed so excited and nervous to get to ask her their questions right there in person. Sometimes when I'd ask Grandma for advice, she'd start off with, "Don't tell Millie," but I think she saved her special advice for me.
Well, she could have given some advice to herself and realized that taking out 3 mortgages on her house wasn't such a good idea.
Okay, Mom, enough with the hostility. Who? All right, let's, absolutely pointless to do all this. There's a lot of, like, interacting with everything. Well, and while I appreciate it in these kind of games, it's kind of silly. Like, I mean, there's certain objects that, yeah, it makes sense, but then there's other objects that's like, why are you picking these up? Why are they necessary to pick up and look at? Like, I believe this will elicit a response, probably. Yeah, of course. It's certain objects, but then other objects, it's like, well, I'm just showing you this because you can 3D move it around.
Grandpa Leo was an
inspector for the county.
What's that mean?
He inspected things for the county.
Oh, great, Mom. Thanks.
Commercial buildings, mostly. When we were driving around town, he'd point out the ones he'd inspected. I remember he was very proud of inspecting the department store. You know, the big one on Old Main Street. Every foot of electrical, fire sprinklers, alarm system, everything. He'd say he was the only thing keeping half the buildings in town from burning down.
She looks like Tulsi Gabbard.
No joke.
Who the hell's that? I don't know who that is. I can look up the here. I got my phone beside me. Let me look. I'll quickly look up the voice actors for this game. I know that they're Hollywood actors, but I don't know them personally.
She's a potential Trump running mate.
Oh, well, it's. I don't think it's her. Open Roads cast. Let's see what we find. Why does it say Jeff Bridges? I think they're getting it confused with a movie. Oh, here we go. So, so 2 voice actors for the entire game. Keri Russell and Kaitlyn Dever. Or Dever. Dever? I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Kaitlyn Dever and Keri Russell play the mother and the daughter. And there's only, technically there's 3 voice actors in the game, but I guess the third wasn't listed in IMDb. Because there is the aunt as well. I'm pretty sure, unless she's voiced by the same voice actress, which could be the case. Leo Lambros, age 43 years, of Orange Street, Greenville, Michigan, died July 28, 1968 at Alexandria Regional Hospital. He was a veteran of the Second World War, serving as a surveyor with the 173rd Field Artillery Battalion, scouting out enemy positions from the front lines. He later worked for Greene County. Is that... Oh, Greene County? It looks like that's a typo. Hang on, look. Okay, I guess it's not. Greene County as a building inspector. Surviving are his wife, Helen Lambros, and his daughter,
Did you just
Opal.
say Second World War? It really sounded like you did.
Second World Whore? No, I didn't. I didn't say Second World Whore. Surviving are his wife, Helen Lambros, and his daughters, Opal and August Lambros. Funeral arrangements under the direction of the Milton Family Funeral Home, are incomplete. That's nice. Oh, a tire iron. Let's beat Mum with it. Happy Mother's Day. No. All right, is that all? Let's just go upstairs. This is boring as hell. Mom, what's this? Mom, what's this? Mom, come here, Mom. Yeah, she does it with everything. That's, hey, Mom. It's a game of
I wonder how promiscuous would need to be a world whore.
You'd have to be this YouTuber named Stu's Game Reviews. He's pretty whorish, I heard. Hey, Mom!
I'm
Mom,
taller than you
Mom.
were.
Who's taller now?
You are. But I've still got time. We did our best, but the results were... Ugh.
Glad I had you there to supervise my what? Baby skills? Oh, baking skills. Her writing is terrible.
I've got to take more pics with Francine this year. We're so cute. Maybe I should start carrying a camera around.
So the game takes place in 20,
Who are these people?
2002.
Mom's friends?
Dorothy Jean Haverman and Nathaniel Edgar Borges invite you to share in the joy of their wedding celebration on Saturday the 9th of June 2002. Who writes it like that? At 1 o'clock in the afternoon. St. Mark's Church, Lowell, Michigan. I guess that's for people who don't understand short form writing. Yep, that's a freezer, and looks like they have no food in this entire house. Wow, look at this. They did a lot of shopping. Chinese food, pop. Let's just leave the fridge open. let's have the fridge die out. Hopefully, Mom won't mind. Well, while we're at it, we'll just open the freezer as well.
No. Why isn't this in the fridge getting cold? Come on, Mom.
I don't know. Maybe she was gonna have it. You ever think of that? These suspicious cans of beans all over the place. Oh, diced tomatoes. All right. That was a fun trip down memory lane.
Were you born in a barn? Close the fridge.
Yes, Mother.
I didn't think that they would actually... Oh my god, I got a trophy for that? That's hilarious. I didn't think I was going to get a trophy for that. That's funny. I wasn't expecting the game devs to actually... Huh. Wow. Unexpected. Oh my god, we can ask about the plates? Why not? Let's see what fun facts we learn.
What happened to this?
Oh, that? You know, I'm not sure.
Seems like there must be a story here.
I don't know. I mean, got dropped at some point.
More like shattered and carefully glued back together.
Maybe August did it after I went to college or something. I don't know, Tess.
Okay.
Yeah, Mom, I just want to go on a record here and say that you're a terrible liar. Moving on. Why do we have garbage all over the house? The family of cartoons. All right, let's find out about this picture.
Was this taken right here? Cool. That's Grandpa?
Mm-hmm. Probably only a year before he died.
Of a heart attack?
Yeah. Very sudden. But I guess that's how heart attacks are.
Yeah. heart attacks can be very sudden. That's why you got to be careful with how you live. Yeah, that's a flip-flop. All right. There's like literally... This is bad. If they're selling the house and they haven't even really packed up hard, that is a terrible. You're going to that as soon as you pick that up, that TV is going to go flying through that box. It's better to carry when you're packing TVs. You should never put them in a box like that. You should just carry them by hand, because that's stupid. That is just because you know that as soon as they pick that up, that TV is going to go right through the box and smash against the pavement. Leon's Creek, no dice. That's when they were doing the search for the treasure, which we may find in this game, ironically, because you'll see as we go on. It's not as boring as you might think. This part, yes, because we're just starting the game, but it actually does build up, and it gets really cool. It's a good game. In total, it's a good game. Not terribly long, but I think it'll be in 2 parts in this stream.
Oh, how did this end up down here?
Huh. Must have been in a drawer of something that got sold.
This is from one of the first digs Dad and I went on.
Oh, it was kind of adorable how excited you both got about going on those digs.
I remember being so sure that we would actually find bootlegger gold. Or at least a clue about it.
Your dad. Well, at the very least, he certainly had a way of firing up your imagination. I'll give him that.
That's interesting. I just heard a plane in the game going by. That's really good sound design.
That's Rogue from the Shmen.
Who is? The daughter? Or are you talking about the mother? Are you referring to the actress?
Ugh, Mom, please quit already.
The white hair lady looks like Rogue.
Oh. I thought you were being serious. I thought you were saying that the actress is the one who played Rogue. Hey, Mom, why are you such a hippie?
Did Grandma start dressing like this after you moved out of the house?
Mm-hmm. After my father passed, my mother, well...
turned into a hippie.
A bit of a free spirit, let's say.
Doesn't look like that rubbed off on August much.
I think it might have. To push her in the opposite direction.
Okay. So that was your mother's mother then, the grandmother. Japanese pottery. See, she asks about everything. Which, I mean, it's pretty cool, because, I mean, it's a game about finding out about your mother. Which, again, is a really, really good game to play on Mother's Day. Which is why I didn't... My original plan, as I said, was to stream Alan Wake, but I thought, you know what? It is Mother's Day, and it seems like it would be a bad choice of game to stream on Mother's Day, one where I'm just going around killing everything. So I figured, you know, this is a recently released game. It's pretty decent, so why not just do this instead?
What? No one bought this masterpiece? I'm downright offended. I made this when I was, what, 4?
At Frankenmuth.
You know what?
Yeah, at that pottery
Screw
demonstration
Alan
they
Wake.
did. They'd call little kids up from the audience and show them how to do it. I was so excited. I was jumping up and down, waving my hand, because I knew that Grandma likes pots.
She kept it up on this display shelf with all her other pieces all those years since you gave it to her. Oh, honey.
It's okay.
You screwed up there. See, in your young age, you thought Grandma likes pots. Your grandmother gets this pot from you and goes, "Ha, it's nice. It's nice. Incidentally, I like pot, not pots. I like smoking pot. But that's okay. Thanks for the pot." Hold on to it.
I think I'm gonna hold on to it. Grandma held on to it all this time. She wouldn't have wanted me to throw it away.
Wow. A few pieces of pottery that my mom collected from around the world are still here. I'm surprised they didn't all sell. I think this one is from South America, not sure which country. And this one's Japanese.
I've never even left the country. Why haven't we ever gone anywhere cool?
Niagara Falls isn't cool.
It isn't Japan.
Well, it's a lot easier to drive to Niagara Falls than Japan. Cheaper, too.
But wouldn't it be fun? Me and you, an intercontinental mother-daughter adventure?
Maybe an intra-continental adventure.
I'm thinking of a certain place. Somewhere warm and southwestern. Somewhere where, say, my own father currently resides.
I need to go have dinner, I'll...
Listen, we've discussed this. We're not going to Nevada to...
All right, Stu, have a good dinner. Talk to you soon.
What if I just went by myself?
By yourself? No way. It's a bad idea.
How come?
There's a bunch of reasons.
Like
I said so, and I'm your mother?
Hi Grotto. Hi Stu. Was watching quietly for a while. It's bit too close to home. My grandfather passed away 2 years ago, and had to personal.
Oh, shit.
Sorry to hear that, Lester.
Sorry to hear that,
Talk
bud.
to you soon.
Actually, this game is not what this is about, though, Lester. This part is, but the actual game is about going on a road trip with your mom. I don't want to say too much, but maybe I will just to let you know what's going on here. But basically, yes, the grandmother died, and they're selling the house and they're going through the possessions. But what the main point of the game is that as they're going through the possessions of the grandmother, they learn that the mother's father was not actually who she thought it was. And so she learns that her parents had like a double life. And so they go on a road trip across...
It is a unique-looking game, and interesting graphical approach.
Yo, it is. I like the fact that it's like all proper, CGI animated, and then the characters are all hand animated by paper. It's definitely a cool approach. But yeah, so basically they learn that the grandparents lived a double life, and so they go on a road trip to discover secrets that the grandparents hid from them. Basically, is what ends up happening.
Sorry to hear that, Lester. Ooh, they were secretly swingers?
No,
Oh,
so
wow.
kinda. So the grandmother, her husband was not the husband that she had when... It's weird. It's like the actual husband is somebody else entirely. And so the father that this girl's mother always thought was her father is actually not. That's basically what it is.
What's this thingy? Maybe to smooth out the surface so there's no bumps?
I guess. I don't know. I don't
Okay,
know
I'll shut up and watch. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, it gets really good. I decided to play this today because it is Mother's Day, and it makes more sense playing this than,
Thanks, Lewis.
Alan Wake 2.
They were from the Shmen, but the office business.
The office business. That's a nice pod. What is the... Actually, it looks kind of cool, I guess, but it's kind of a weird design.
Is this...
Some of the last pottery your grandmother made. Yep. After her fine motor skills started to go.
It's still kind of beautiful. I miss her a lot.
Yeah, me too.
So as I stated, the voice acting in this game is really good in my opinion. The actresses involved. So in total, there's 3 voice actors in the entire game. So it's not like we're meeting a ton of characters, or anything like that. It's basically a game about a mother and daughter reconnecting with themselves, which is suitable again for Mother's Day. But the voice actresses involved are Hollywood actresses, so that's why the voice work is very believable, because they kind of went out and actually got actual Hollywood talent to voice the characters.
Oh, good. Some of Grandma's pottery didn't get sold. I loved watching her at the potter's wheel when I was little. Had she been doing pottery her whole life?
Honestly, I think it's something else she picked up after my dad passed.
Like the advice column?
No, she was doing that since I was a kid.
Did Grandma... Was she ever with anyone else after Grandpa died?
Whoa, where did this come from?
Well, she just seems so vivacious. You'd think some man would be interested.
Yeah, no, not that I know of.
Aha! We're kind of hinting at that story there, because that's actually what is going on. We will find out soon enough. Once we get to the attic, we will find out. Because they find her diary. I think all of this is just, yeah, nothing else that we can comment on. I think we're done in here. All right. You know, you'll notice that the mother is never around. They never actually animate the characters. They just animate them in the cutscenes. So, and that's kind of an interesting approach too.
Oh, hey. It's August. Ugh, exhausted. The estate sale was a lot. But that's easy for you to say. Yeah, I remember. And the answer is still no. Well... The what? Oh, right. Right. Sorry, it hasn't exactly been at the front of my mind. Yeah, it's around here, somewhere. No, it's fine. Okay. Love you. Bye. Unbelievable.
What did she say?
Nothing helpful.
Is she still not gonna help us with the house?
No. She was just calling to ask me to find some book of hers.
Any idea where it could be?
It must be upstairs somewhere, in your grandma's things. It has a red and black cover, white block lettering. I'll know it when I see it.
Okay, let's go.
Aunt August called Mum looking for some book that's important to her for some reason, apparently. It's probably somewhere upstairs. Alright. So again, slow-paced intro to the game, very slow-paced. The entire game, if you're not really into like these these slow-paced adventure games, you're probably not going to like this game so much. It really is kind of like a walking simulator, if you know that term of gameplay, where you're just kind of like walking around, picking things up, talking about stuff. So it's not very action oriented. And the only drama that does happen in the game is when you fight with your mother and things like that, which does happen. There becomes heated arguments and stuff like that while they're on the road trip. But I mean, aside from that, it really is a very slow pace, just at your own pace style of game. And I know that that doesn't appeal to a lot of gamers. To us older gamers, yes, but to a younger generation, this can be very boring. But I personally enjoy it. It's a nice little family outing type game. It's a cool painting. I wonder if the grandmother painted it. It's really not a lot of stuff to call Mum over for. Uh-oh. The desk sold.
Somebody bought Grandma's old writing desk?
And her typewriter. He said he was an advice columnist too, and wanted to use them for his writing. He said your grandmother was a real inspiration. He left a very nice note.
And a lot of money?
Well, it was just an old desk.
But it had sentimental value.
For us, maybe.
And for him, obviously. Can I see the note?
Sure.
Opal, your mother has always been an inspiration, not just to me, but to an entire generation of writers and readers. I can't tell you how much peace she's brought me over the years. To be able to write where she did, well, I hope a little of her magic crosses over to me. Yours, Ben Gerber. Well, that's not bad.
Well, okay. I guess it's all right that he got it.
Glad you approve.
I mean, that's true. You'd rather it go to somebody who gets some use out of it rather than just somebody who just tosses it into a corner or something. Especially when things are sentimental value. You don't want to just give it to just any old person. You want to make sure that whoever gets the object is, you know, going to actually use it to their advantage and not just like...
Really a lot of attention to detail. Someone on the writing or design team must have personally gone through this experience of clearing a D.
More than likely. There is a lot of detail as we progress through the game, going on the road trip and everything. I think, yeah, that there is probably something there where some of the writers of this game, maybe this story is based on something that happened in their lives. Dear Millie, a farewell from Millie. Dear readers, it's been a delight, an honor, and a privilege to write to you over the years. Few people are lucky enough to say that they love their job, and I'm grateful to be one of them. I've learned so much from all of you, and I hope I might have taught you all a little something too. When I open your letters each week, I'm always struck by your passion, your drive to succeed and do better. We've talked about the worst of humanity, and much more of the best, and you all will be an inspiration to me for the rest of my days. Even as this column comes to a close, I hope you'll still consider me a friend. I know I'll consider you one. Yours, Millie. Have you ever received advice from Millie? If you have a story of how Millie changed your life for the better, send a letter to Dear Millie, Box 9975, Los Angeles, California. At this time, Dear Millie is no longer answering advice. Interesting. So that was her last advice columnist, the grandmother's. So the grandmother was an advice columnist for various magazines and stuff. She wrote books and all that kind of stuff. And then on the side she did pottery and sold pottery. And I think she also did paintings as well. So she was kind of a really, really creative individual.
Want to know something? Your grandmother didn't write this. I did.
You did? Were you nervous?
A little, I guess. I definitely didn't feel like I could live up to Millie. But it was just for one column. Her editor helped a lot. I'm glad I got to do it.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. It's probably the fact that the grandmother didn't know what to say for her final advice column. She probably was, didn't know how to go out and express it to her readers that, yo, this is the end of my advice column. I can understand how that would be hard. Oh, that's my room. I've already been in there. So let's go to this final room here. A lot of paintings.
Hey, Ma!
Oh wow, just Googled their actors. The mother is a fully left Golden Globe winning and Emmy nominated actress.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. They're actually Hollywood actors, and they did a fantastic job. You'll see later on as we go on the road trip, and then they start bickering with each other.
The Americans, the diplomat.
Yeah, no. You'll see as we go on through the game, and they start to bicker with each other. It's very realistic how their acting is really good, like really good. And as I said earlier, this game came out this year. This game came out, I want to say, January of 2024. I don't remember the exact date, but I know it came out this year. Opal, sorry to hear that Mom's doing worse. I've been thinking about her a lot lately. I know this is a sore spot, so it's the last time I'll bring it up. I really wish you'd let me help with Mom's medical bills. I get that you'd rather have me there in person to help, but I just can't get away from work long enough to make that happen. I'm sorry that money is the only thing I can provide right now, but that's just the situation we're in. If you're stressed about everything you have to do, you can always send Tess down here for a weekend again. I love having her around. Call me if there's anything new with Mom. Love, August. And August is the sister of your mother, who we will end up meeting her later on, at least over phone.
I am the very model of a modern major general. La 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 da 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 mineral.
I mean, that's not quite the lyrics, but I mean, close enough, I suppose. I remember in Mass Effect when one of the characters sang that song. I think it was like in Mass Effect 3 or 2. Morden Solus, I believe his name was, ended up singing that song. Or at least a sci-fi version of it. It was really cool. There's literally nothing in here. Oh.
What's this?
An inventory object.
Oh, it's a hook pole thing to pull down the hatch to the attic.
Could August's book be up in the attic? With Grandma's things?
Could be.
All right. We can go up there, but you go first.
I found a weird hook pole thing. What the heck do you call these things anyway? Well, at any rate, I should be able to use this to pull down the steps to the attic.
Okay, come on up!
Damn, it's dusty. Now, where's that book? Okay, well, this is just creepy stuff. Why are these up here?
You'd rather they were downstairs?
Good point.
I mean, fair. I mean, I kind of wanted to know more about them, but that's fair. They are pretty creepy. They're better probably kept in the attic. They look like they're ready to curse the family. Bowling trophy. Probably the grandfather's.
Oh, Grandpa Leo was a bowler? He and Dad have that in common.
What do you mean?
Dad loves bowling?
No, he doesn't.
But he's always wearing those bowling shirts. Didn't he used to be in a league or something?
Honey, he just thinks those shirts make him look hip.
Bowling shirts? Are you kidding? I thought he must have so much bowling pride that he wore those shirts around in spite of them being obviously not cool.
No. They're definitely a fashion statement. I think you got the idea from that movie Swingers.
This explains so much.
Like why you never once saw him actually bowl?
Yes.
That's a weird choice for clothing, but fair enough. It's like those people who wear golf shirts and they don't actually golf. They're just like, it looks good on me. Okay.
Whoa. Grandma's wedding dress?
I wore it on my wedding day, too. And you can wear it when you get married.
Definitely.
I knew you would.
Well,
Or women who wear yoga pants who don't do yoga.
Oh, I knew.
LOL.
I've always thought this was such a beautiful dress, and I'd always wanted to hand it down to you. Like your grandmother handed it down to me.
those sound like you reasons.
Well, you just said you definitely want to wear it for your wedding, so I guess they're you reasons, too. What?
Mom, do you ever think that maybe sometimes I just say things I know you want me to say?
So you don't want to wear the dress?
I don't know. I don't even know if I'm ever gonna get married.
Well,
I just...
In the future, please don't patronize me. I don't want you to tell me something just because you think it's what I want to hear. You're better than that.
Better than that? I just... If I don't say what you want me to say, you don't take no for an answer.
So when I asked if you wanted your grandmother's wedding dress, you said yes, but you meant no. I understand. You were just telling me what I wanted to hear. You don't want the dress. I get it.
I mean... But it's a nice dress. It meant a lot to Grandma. And to you. Isn't that enough?
Okay. But you see what I mean there. Their acting abilities, their ability to play off of each other like that. The voice acting is phenomenal. Like the game may not be the greatest. I mean, it's not, as I said, it's not for everybody, but the voice work is definitely really well done. They just their chemistry to play off of each other so well is what makes the story believable, in my opinion. Especially later on with some of the conflicts that happen while they're in the car, it's very very believable of what
What's
would
under
happen
here?
on a road trip.
Here, let me grab that. I'll put it up here to look through. Yeah, there's a bunch of old stuff in here. But...
Mom?
Hold on, it might still be here somewhere.
There's something...
Here it is. Maybe if your dad had read this, he wouldn't have stopped working at the video store.
Mom! What's in there?
Okay, forget about August's book. We found a weird suitcase in a secret compartment in the attic. Did Grandma Helen hide it in there? Why? The answers may lie within. Well, let's open this suitcase first and take a look at these things before we look in that hidden compartment. It's like old photos of grandmother and grandfather.
This is just some junk from the old summer house.
Your family had a summer house?
Well, it was more of a cottage, I guess. We spent the summers up there for a long time.
And you've never taken me to visit?
Well, I haven't been there since I was your age. We just stopped going one summer. The summer after my dad died. I think there were just too many memories there.
Oh my god.
What?
Aren't you seeing it?
Seeing what?
Right here! Behind them? That's a freshly covered hole.
Uh-huh.
It's obviously the location of the buried bootlegger gold.
In our backyard, you mean?
Indubitably.
Lady probably buried a bone there.
Dogs don't really do that. Only cartoon dogs do that.
Only cartoon dogs bury bones, but real-life bootleggers bury gold in people's backyards? In 1968?
It was a different time, Mother.
Sure.
Yeah, you've been watching too many movies, girl. Like, the fuck? Fishing lure. Okay. Here we go. We'll be together soon. I love you, and we're going to love our new life together, free and happy. But that's not the father.
Well, whoever this guy was, it sure seems like he and Grandma had something pretty intense going on. Was Grandma Helen... in some kind of secret relationship?
No! Not the Helen I knew.
Intrigue. Grandma, what were you up to? Grandma's diary? Should we?
Oh, I don't think we should really...
Oh, Grandma wouldn't have cared. I'm dead. What difference does it make to me? I can hear her saying it now.
Why was that line? That line wasn't voice acted. That's weird. Okay. Forget about the past. Leo's dead. All that matters now is our future together. Yeah, that's suspicious. Aren't any help. They think they are being good neighbors. But if anyone should know where the path of good intentions leads, it's these church ladies. The children carry on best they can. Opal is caught up in her own teenage dramas as usual, almost as if it were any normal summer. August does worry me a bit. She's becoming caught more and more in her imagination. I wish I could help her, but there is so much I can't say. It is becoming a challenge keeping my correspondence with blank concealed. It's only a matter of time till we're together again, in person. But to hold it all inside, not tell a soul, it's almost too much. But he knows, and I know, soon enough, the waiting will be over, and this will all be in the rear view. So there you go. Grandma has had a secret life. Next page. Oh. A hidden key.
What is this? So, Grandma and this guy were definitely together before Grandpa died? And they were gonna run away together? You never heard about this?
No, this is...
And what is this key to? Why is it hidden in here?
Something at the summer home, I assume?
Okay, well, now we've gotta go check the old place out. To find out who this mystery man was. Don't you want to know?
I don't know, Tess. We still have so much to do around here.
Come on. It'll be fun. An adventure.
I still need to call Tina at the theater and finish cleaning out the fridge.
Come on. We never get to do stuff together. You spend all your time at the theater, and I spend all my time in school. When was the last time we were able to do something? To talk?
Well...
You do want to know, don't you? I can see it, Mom. I can see it in your face.
Oh, God. You know, a little change of scenery would be nice.
Ha, that's the spirit.
We could spare a weekend before we have to move for a little road trip, right? To tie up some loose ends.
Right.
And some of those little towns along the way are great for antiquing.
Yeah, sure.
All right, it's a deal. Let's hit the road and see what we find. I could really use a break from all this, even if it's just for a weekend. Pack your overnight bag.
Yes!
And bring your homework. I don't need you falling behind at school.
What about August's book?
We can FedEx it to her when we get back.
Okay. A road trip! This is gonna be great.
We're on the road to the secret summer home to find out what's the deal with Grandma Helen's mystery man. Who knows what we might find? It'll be a while before we get there, though. Oh, that's pottery. I thought that was like, I thought that was like wine or something. They're just like getting drunk in the car. All right, what is this note? Pick up directions. Oh, Google Map directions. That's funny. Road Buddy, yeah. For copyright reasons, they'll just call it Road Buddy. All right, let's see what's in the glove box. And that's that pot that she kept. Car registration. Always good to have that in your car. In case you get pulled over. Alright. Pick up phone. Damn, that is an old phone, man. This is like, what, 2002? I don't think these phones were in 2002. That would have been in the 90s, wouldn't it? The old flip phones. Let's text the girlfriend first. Or the friend. Where? In the car with my mom. Yeah. Why would you text me about that? Because we are on a road trip. Was this planned for? Not till this morning, lol. Where are you going? We found this weird stuff in my grandma's attic, and now we're going to my family's old summer house. You have a summer house now? I know! My mom never told me about it before. No one's been there for like 30 years. I'm hoping it's either cool or haunted. Why not both? You know what? You're right. I'll text you tonight if we find anything cool. Or haunted. Did you tell your mom about the plane ticket? Nope. Tess. Oops. You have to. Okay. Have a safe trip, nerd. Nah, we ain't done yet. We're gonna text Dad. Okay. Hi, Dad. Text me back when you're around. Typical 90s child who never used actual English words. It's always just these like short form words when you're texting. Alright, let's talk to Mom.
When did you say the last time you were at this summer house was?
Oh, when I was, I guess, 15. Your age?
I'm 16.
I meant about your age.
So, a super long time ago. Wow. No one's been there since, like, the 19th century.
Ha ha.
What was the Industrial Revolution like?
Tess, I wouldn't know.
Did you ever meet Galileo?
Jesus, how old do you think I am?
I mean, I'm just estimating. It's a rough estimate. It's a rough estimate.
I'll say. It was the 60s, I think, summer of 68. 1968.
So, like, 35 years ago?
And you say you're bad at math.
What was it like?
The summer house?
And the Dark Ages, but yeah, the summer
Galileo rocks.
I just always really liked it there. It was an escape.
From what?
Everything, I guess. School, town, same old. Every day just felt like it was hours when we were there.
So why did you stop going?
Oh, Yeah, we stopped going as a family when I was your age, and then I went off to college, and then married your father.
Did Dad even know about this place? I can't imagine Dad passing up a free summer home where he could just hang out and do nothing all day.
So you're saying your father is lazy?
He's a man of leisure.
Is that what that phrase means?
What else would it mean? He likes relaxing.
He sure does. It's probably why I never mentioned it to him. Because I knew he would never have put in the work to actually fix it up so we could use it.
It needed a lot of work?
Well, not last I saw it, but being unoccupied for decades, out there in the middle of nowhere, it's gotta be falling apart.
It could still be in good shape. Maybe somebody's been, you know, keeping it up.
You hope squatters have been living in it?
No, like... You know, like... shoe elves. I mean, it'd be nice if it were magically still in good shape. Considering we need a new place to live.
To live in? Tess, I'm sorry, it's... You couldn't live there, and not year-round.
Why not?
Well, it doesn't have central heat, or even really insulation. It's a summer home, not a winter home.
Fine. Then where are we going to live?
I don't know yet.
We're gonna be living in this car, aren't we?
No.
'Cause it feels like we're about to be living in the car.
We can find an apartment.
How are you even going to pay for an apartment?
The theater company, you know...
I thought you said it was underwater.
Well, you know, it's not doing great, but...
Mom.
What?
When are you going to give up on the theater?
Give up on it? I'm responsible for keeping it running. For our performers and our audience and all those kids they bring to the theater on field trips.
But how are we going to have money?
Things will pick up. Ever since 9/11.
Oh my God, Mom. This theory.
Theater going has plummeted.
Yeah, on Broadway. You think people are staying in because they're afraid of terrorism in Greenville?
It's a national trend.
You sound ridiculous.
Well, maybe I am ridiculous.
Yeah, maybe you are.
It was easier when your dad was still around. At least we had more than just my income to work with. And then he goes and runs off.
Well, have you asked Dad if he could send back some money? To help?
Absolutely not. He doesn't have the money.
But Dad moved out west for work. What? Don't laugh at me.
I'm not. It's just work. Sure.
It wasn't for work? Then what was it then? I think I deserve to know.
If he hasn't told you his side of the story, I'm not gonna step in and take that responsibility for him, like I always did. Your father left me in a hell of a situation. We made all these decisions together. Do you not understand that? We made decisions that depended on us both, you know, sticking around. I didn't plan for any of this. You idealize your father, you know that? And I just don't really want to talk about it right now.
Fine. Let's never talk about it. Let's never talk about anything important.
The drama's already started. I'm pretty sure I heard my phone buzz from the glove compartment. Alright. Can we listen to some music while we do our road trip? Put visor down. Put visor up. Put her visor down. Oh. Okay, let's put on the radio.
Is it okay if I turn on the radio?
I don't know how much signal we'll get, but yeah, sure.
Is there literally nothing? Can we hit the little tiny buttons underneath? No. That's stupid. Okay, so... Alright, so... Okay, so in streamer mode, when you turn off streamer mode, there is actually music you can listen to on the radio. But it looks like for when you turn on streamer mode, it just puts it as static. So that's really dumb. I figured they would at least put on, like, you know, some kind of music that's not copyrighted. But it looks like... Can I not turn this off? I'm just going to keep it on static? That's dumb. Alright. Hey kiddo, sorry I missed your messages. Was in mid of a negotiation. What is with this family and not being able to text or write? or no English words for that matter. What's up? Hey Dad, what's up? Not much, at work right now, but good to hear from you. How's work going? Good. Making money. Would you, be able to send some money back to help me and Mom? I don't know if Mom told you, but we are moving out next week. I think it's going to be hard for Mom to pay for rent at a new place and stuff like that. Do you think you could send some money back to help? I'd love to, kid, but right now my liquid assets are all tied up in reinvesting at work.
Like that old interface.
Right, I do too. It's very, very 90s. That was the kind of phone I had when I first got a phone as a kid. This was the very first phone I had. These old flip phones. I actually have friends who still use these type of phones. It's kind of crazy. I would never do it personally. I think they're dumb, but I have an Android myself. But yeah, a lot of people prefer these over the new phones for some reason. I'd love to, kid, but right now my liquid assets are all tied up in reinvesting at work. If I send enough back that could help you worth a damn, without it sinking my business out here, I would. But your mom's always been the smart one. She'll figure things out. Don't worry. Okay. You understand, right, Pumpkin? Yeah. Did you tell your mom you bought the tickets? Not yet. Me and Mom actually are on a road trip right now. We are investigating a family mystery and going to her old summer house. Can you believe it? Wow. You need to tell her, kiddo, or else I will. And she would freak. Okay, I promise. I will as soon as possible. I will, or I know you will. Love you. Actually, have to get back to work now. Treat your mom nice, okay? Love you. Love you. See you soon. Alright, good conversation.
Are you sending text messages to someone?
Yes.
Yes? Yes, I am.
To who?
It's to whom, Mother? It was Dad.
Just getting his side of the story, huh?
No comment.
It's alright. Having a common enemy can help bring people together.
You're not my enemy. Or Dad's.
Sometimes it feels that way.
Well, it's not supposed to.
That was, damn. That was, you could feel the heat rising in that car.
My God.
Are you okay?
I just didn't think it would still be here.
Mom, well, it is. And it looks to be surprisingly well preserved.
Well, it's not just like I remember it. A little more...
I wouldn't say of a dump, because it doesn't look like a dump. I'd say run down. I wouldn't say falling apart either, because it still looks pretty stable. It's got a little bit of rust here and there on the shingles and shit, but it's pretty nice. Pretty well put together. Not the kind of summer home I'm used to, that's for sure, but or summer cottage, I'd say that we, yeah. But it's nice, yeah. That's nice field. Yeah, perfect. Mm-hmm.
Run down?
Weathered than the last time I was here. But I guess I am too.
Want to start looking around?
Yeah.
This isn't exactly what I pictured when Mom said they had a summer home, but it's still pretty cool in a retro way. There's probably lots of cool old stuff inside from when Mom was a teen, and hopefully some clues to the identity of Grandma Helen's mystery man. Indubitably. Let's find out Grandma Helen's secret life. It seems like all of their families are smokers. Is that... What the hell is that leaking from the...
Is this a trailer home?
Yes.
It's a mobile home.
Same thing.
What did I just say?
They're not the same thing.
What?
A trailer home hooks up to the
Oh,
back
yeah,
of a truck and
of course.
can be towed around. You can take it from place to place. A mobile home arrives on a trailer, like towed by a big truck.
Go on.
A mobile home doesn't have wheels.
Well, why didn't you just say that?
Well, I will admit it took me a moment to untangle the nuances.
It's the potato. That's what I thought. I was thinking that too. I was like, it's the same shit. You're just... Groovy van, baby.
Groovy van.
Thanks. It doesn't run anymore. The engine died for good 1 year while we were visiting this place. So I just turned it into my bedroom after that.
You slept in a broken down van?
Well, it was better than sharing a room with August.
Did you, redo it to be like a bedroom inside?
Yeah. Your grandfather pulled the seats out for me, and I set up a little bed frame with a mattress and all sorts of posters and pillows and shelves and things like that.
Oh, I've got to see this. Oh, it's locked. Please tell me the keys are somewhere. I need to see what a lava lamp looks like after it just sits there mutating for 30 years.
They might have been... I can't remember.
Don't do this to me, Mother. I have to see how much tie-dye is in there. Please.
Oh, August was always trying to steal my keys so she could get in there and mess with my stuff. They're probably in her room.
Oh, the little criminal! All right, I'm on the case. The groovy stuff is so close, I can taste it.
The van that Mom turned into her bedroom when she was a teen is still sitting here, but it's locked. She says the keys might be stashed in August's room. That's kind of cool to have to turn out the back of a van into your own bedroom. I feel like it would be a lot cramped though.
Did you do these with Grandma?
No, August did. I never had a green thumb. She loved helping my mother in the garden.
Really?
Why do you say it like that?
I don't know. Can you picture August getting her hands dirty out in the garden now?
I guess not. But if my mother was ever out in the garden, she was out there with her, helping the best she could. I remember one year, maybe when she was 6, she started crying so hard when it came time to pick the berries and vegetables. But the plants worked so hard growing them. You can't just take them.
Aw. Well, now I feel bad for the plants.
She was a sensitive kid.
So am I. So what happened? To August. She doesn't seem so sensitive now.
Oh. Life happened, I guess.
Now, interestingly enough, this is not the end of our road trip. As I said, this game is fairly long. It's going to be in multiple acts, multiple parts, at least 2, I'd say. It's not a terribly long game, but it is pretty long. So what basically happens here is while we're at the motorhome, or the whatever the hell, the mobile home, we find out more evidence that the actual father of our mother lives in Canada, and they've never met him before. So they end up going on a road trip across the U.S. into Canada. So it becomes quite a bit of a long road trip, but it's really cool. It progresses really well, and you know there's stops at hotels and stuff like that, and you know it's pretty decent.
Huh, what's under here?
The crawl space for doing maintenance and what have you.
So there might be, like, hidden stuff under here? Like stuff that people who are trying to hide something might hide in there?
I guess?
I should go in and see if I can find any cool stuff.
How did I know that was coming?
Just think of what could be under there.
Hold on. I don't know if it's safe under there.
Not safe how?
The floor could be unstable. What if something collapsed in on you?
Stay outside and don't go stomping around on the floor above me, and I'll be fine.
Just be careful.
You know it.
Now, why would the mother seal the crawl space behind her, though? That's kind of weird. Like, I would have just left it open. I wouldn't just be like, well, be careful under there. Slide back over the barrier. So, how is all this furniture just piled up under here? They must have like open floorboards that are just, yeah.
Oh, cool.
That looks like the skeleton of their dog. Because she said, yeah, there's the tail. That's the dog. That's the dog that they had. They couldn't find him. They said that he went missing. Well, there he is. We found the case of the missing dog. Poor thing fucking got trapped under here and died. Postcards.
Ooh, this is good. Mom's gotta see this.
Well, let's read it first. I'm writing you from our new home, right on the water. I was looking and looking, and I realized there's no better home for us than one we could just pull up anchor and split if we really needed to. So I bought us a houseboat. It's really something else. Bought it from an older fellow who kept it perfect and was just done having to maintain it in his autumn years. Now, just to get you and those kids moved up here, I hope it's been a good summer, right back to Screetley, and let's make plans for the big move. Something I've learned since Leo died is that being loaded with cash is the only way to live. Get ready to leave all your worries behind. Suspicious. That's a nice looking boathouse. It's a really big boathouse too. Well, we found some evidence that grandmother is not exactly been telling us the truth.
Mom, I found a way in. Hang on, I'll open the back door.
You might want to
Hey,
give
Mom,
those.
I found something.
Yeah,
look,
give them.
Look!
Another letter.
He wanted to live with Grandma on a boat? Maybe we can figure out where the boat was by looking at the photo.
It looks like, well, it looks like a boat.
A houseboat.
Can't see much of the surrounding area.
It's near trees? Maybe we can look for some of those.
A place in Canada with trees. That narrows it down.
It actually does. No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. There is. I can assure you that there is a ton of trees in Canada. They're not just
Go
in certain
mechanics!
regions.
Oh man, I forgot that August had this. I let her keep it when I moved into the van.
But August didn't even go to Fort State.
She almost did. We were both so excited to, growing up. Don't you remember Grandma talking about how much she loved it?
I remember her talking about how sexist it was.
Yeah, well, everything was sexist back then. But we're a Ford State family. You'll be a triple legacy.
I don't even know if I want to go to college.
What do you mean you don't know if you want to go to college? Of course you're going.
I can make my own choices.
What kind of choice is that? To be broke?
I'm not gonna be broke. I've been working really hard on my design business. And August didn't go to college.
August was lucky. She's talented, but she's also lucky.
When I'm 18.
Look, I don't want to talk about this anymore. It's not a discussion.
Fine.
Fine, mother.
Well, howdy there. What's your name, buddy?
Howdy there, partner. What's your name? Is it a horse?
Alright. Let's see. There's really not much in here. A Ouija board? Really?
Oh my god, Aunt August. I have so many questions.
I'm surprised you can't tell your mother about that. Dear August, you were upset after what happened today, and that's all right. You needed time to yourself instead of talking to me, and that's all right too. But upset as you are, you need to remember boys only tease girls because they like them, or because they're different. You cannot control the cruelty of others, but you can discourage it through your own appearances and behavior, or learn to play along. It's time to grow up now, and I know you will. Love, Mother.
I don't know if I agree with this advice. This doesn't sound very Millie to me.
Millie was just a character, honey.
I know, but didn't she usually give advice Grandma would have given? How could you tell a little kid that getting picked on was their own fault?
I don't know if that's what she meant.
It's right here. She's like, if people are mean to you, you should change. What, the bullies are right? She never told me that kind of thing when girls were being mean to me at school. She just told me to be myself.
I guess... Well, maybe if Mother could have gone back and given August the advice she gave you instead, she would have.
I hope so.
Yeah, I gotta admit, that is pretty shitty advice. You shouldn't have to change because of people bullying you. That's stupid. That's not how that works. I remember these old paint sets. I remember getting them as a kid. These are really old, though. But I remember there was some very similar to that my parents bought me when I was a kid. Little tin paint sets. X marks the spot. It's a treasure map! Oh my god.
I'd recognize that penmanship anywhere.
This piece was clearly done by an accomplished artist.
A cartographic prodigy? Do you think there'd be anything there to dig up that was left behind? It'd be like a time capsule.
Maybe she was gonna come back for it later. It was her first investment.
She got started early. I don't know. Let's just go see what it is.
I found a map to buried treasure in August's room. Could it be the fabled bootlegger gold? Probably not. But it might be something cool. The X marks the spot near the doghouse. The Mean Boys by Opal Devine. That's their last name is so weird. It sounds like a model or stage presence name. I can't read her writing, so we're going to go into this. One day, August rode her bike to town because of how sunny it was. Because it was sunny, her friend Nightshade had to follow behind under the trees because he lives in the shade and shadows and can't go in the sun. August laughed as Nightshade ran along under the trees, and she and Nightshade made jokes together. When August and Nightshade got to the town, there were boys outside the general store. They saw August's special tie that made her safe, but it didn't make her safe from them. The mean boys came closer. They said, "Who are you talking to? And what are you wearing, stupid?" August said, "My dad's tie." The mean boys said, "Your dad must be stupid." August was crying, but the mean boys didn't care. They laughed and laughed. August looked for Nightshade, but Nightshade couldn't help because he was trapped in the shade under the tree far away. When the mean boys went away, August went under the tree with Nightshade. August's special tie was all dirty. She gave Nightshade a hug to feel better, but it didn't help enough. Can we ask Mom about? Yeah, we can.
Poor kid. Did she get made fun of a lot? At school and stuff?
I think she got picked on when she was little, but she toughened up. I guess right around this age, when we came back from our last summer trip.
What changed?
I don't know.
Oh, how fun! Wait, did they not get to use these? No video games back then, I guess. Poor, deprived kids.
I agree. I agree, actually, yeah. Board games, I mean, I used to play board games as a kid, but haven't played board games in a very long time. That's the key to the, that's guaranteed to be the key to the van.
Aha! This must be the key to the van!
That plate, my grandmother had the exact same plates. The exact same. That is totally a plate my grandmother had with the yellow flowers on it. I remember those plates. I don't know where they went, but we definitely had them. Pick up map. She mapped out the route to the estranged love interest's boat. So we actually know how to get there now.
What's this about?
Oh, that was the town where my boyfriend Kurt lived. You know, we were a summer thing, but we were planning on
Never mind.
how we could keep seeing each other once we both went home after the summer. I guess I was feeling pretty lost. I latched onto him and held on tight. He became my plan for how I would be okay.
And that didn't work out?
Yeah, like these things often do.
So how'd you end up with Dad?
Sorry?
Well, you didn't end up with Kurt. How'd you end up with Dad?
Oh, it was a lot of years later that I met your dad. After college, I moved back to Greenville for my bookkeeping job. It was actually when I was in one of the first plays I performed in at the Andromeda. Your dad was in the audience. He hung around outside the stage door after the show and he flagged me down. He said there was a problem with the production. He was so distracted by my beauty that he couldn't pay attention to anything else going on in the play.
Aw, that's so romantic. It's like something out of a rom-com.
I found it endearing at the time. He was very persistent.
Was Dad big into local theater?
No. He told me later that he'd actually been at the play on a date with someone else. He told her he needed to head home, then hung around the theater to talk to me.
Wow. Bold. Did you find that endearing?
I guess at the time I found it flattering. And a little funny. I should have realized it was a red flag.
Wait, are you saying Dad cheated on you?
Oh, God, no. No. Just, you know, it's a sleazy move.
So, not the kind of thing Kurt would have done?
Oh, I don't know.
Why do I feel that the mother is hiding things from us?
What's in here?
That was my mom and dad's room. Well, just my mom's room last we were here.
Well, dang it, that door's stuck.
I think... Look, we could twist the latch open if... I think I could get this open with a flathead screwdriver.
Awesome. Where's one of those?
Oh, I had a little toolkit in the glove box of my van.
Nice.
Okay.
Maybe Mom did worse, lol.
Maybe, eh? Who knows? What an interesting web. A tangled web of family secrets. The door to Grandma Helen's room is broken, but it's going to take more than that to keep me from snooping. Mom said we might be able to jimmy it open with a little screwdriver she kept in her van. Alright. Well, let's continue to look around before we go out to the van. Hey, it's a hair clip. Newspaper clipping. Confidential to Precious Stone. You're young, idealistic, and you trust easily. You have an open heart and a lot of pain to heal. Don't let someone who's more flash than substance take advantage of that. So it's one of those advice columns from grandmother.
Precious stone? What is this? Advice for rocks?
No, dingus, that message was for me.
Oh, right.
My mother was against me and Kurt being together from the start. To be fair, I would go off to who knows where with him and sometimes not come back till the morning. Now I understand how worried she must have been as a mother.
You were a bad kid? Do you ever thank your lucky stars I'm not a bad kid?
I don't know. You and Francine can stay up pretty late.
Playing The Sims and eating pizza rolls.
Yeah, you kids are wild these days.
What rebels! Playing The Sims and eating pizza rolls? Terrible. What a terribly raised child. I would never, in a million years, force my child to play The Sims. I'll be honest, I can't stand The Sims. I tried getting into The Sims 4 recently. I ended up buying the Star Wars pack that they released for it, and I just thought it was the stupidest shit. It was just so dumb. All right, Opal. I thought Opal. I thought I was the one who was going to have all the fun this summer before Kurt. I'm so jealous. A Casanova with a motorcycle? Jeez Louise, I've never even been on a motorcycle. I've been seeing this boy named Gordon here. He's not as fun as Kurt, but he's cute and really sweet. He runs the log flume and he's into model airplanes and ham radio. No motorcycle for me. Write back soon and tell me everything. I need something to read before Gordon bores me to death talking about planes. Your very best log fluming non-motorcycling friend, Lori. Okay.
Ooh, you made Lori jealous. But... What the hell's a ham radio?
It's shortwave?
You don't know, do you?
Well, not exactly. I just know that guys would build their own ham radio, and then they could talk to other ham radio operators, wherever they were.
So, nerds.
Essentially. Seems like Gordon wasn't too much of a nerd for Lori, though. She married him.
What? Gordon? What was their wedding like?
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't able to make it. But sometimes these things do work out.
Interesting. Very interesting. But why is it in the trash? We aren't going to talk about why it's all crumpled up in the trash? Sounds to me like she was pretty jealous. There's still shampoo and conditioner here. That's, What is this? Women who use Xenodyne's Gee Whiz Your Hair shampoo and conditioner find that anywhere they go, they'll get compliments on it. Men and women alike just can't get enough of that flowery, spicy scent, and no other shampoo leaves your hair quite as soft. How long has that shampoo been sitting there? 30 years? That's kind of disturbing. Gee, Mum is a slut. No. She works at a diner.
Now, what is this?
During the summers when we'd come here, I had a summer job as a waitress at the drive-in.
On roller skates? Like in the movies?
Yeah, I guess. Those movies were based on reality, you know.
You were cute.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, please, Mom, stop. You were cute then, and you're, hot mom now.
What?
According to the boys at school, you are my hot mom. You didn't know about this?
What? No! I am not.
Oh yeah, no, it's great. It's great having all the boys at school talking about how hot your mom is. It's great. Regardless, this photo of you is real neat, and I think we should keep it.
Sure. Why not?
She sounds more like she was flattered than disgusted at that statement. It's like, what? Oh.
You ready to unearth this mystery?
Yes.
You are really getting into the mess on this trip.
Damn
Crawling
right.
through old crawl spaces, digging in the dirt.
Hell
It's for the
yeah.
sake of the
I want to
adventure,
find
Mom.
the treasure.
Don't let me stop you.
Goodbye, Nightshade. Thank you for being my friend. I'll miss you, August. Huh.
So this is where August buried her feelings.
Mom! Come on, it's sad. What?
I don't know. Maybe we should keep it. Maybe August would want it.
I think so too.
We can just put it in the car.
Welcome back, Nightshade.
It turns out the real treasure was the friends we made along the way. Just kidding. It was actually the grave of August's imaginary friend, Nightshade. I feel kind of bad for disturbing it.
What's in here?
That's just August's old room. Let's try and find some other way in.
I figured before we go into the van, we should look around in here because we haven't looked around in the main room yet of the house. See if there's any other snapshots. That's the dog the painting was of. Jesus, this place is a mess. $0.75. If only. Magazines today are like fucking $5. Maureen Hansen, her fabulous TV debut. Interesting. Doesn't look like there's too much here to interact with. Oh, there is a note there, but can I get over there? Opal, I'm having so much fun. It's a total blast out here, really. You have to come. I know you go out to your little summer I know you go out to your little summer house every year with your family, but I really think you should consider working at the park with me next year. It's all people our age running the rides and concessions and games. Plus, when the park closes, you can ride the rides as much as you want, as long as whoever's running it isn't a jerk. Promise you'll come with me next summer. How are things out in the sticks? Are you still working at the drive-in? If you don't have any luck with guys out there, wait until you come out here. The guys are unreal. I've seen stuff that would make your hair curl. Say hi to your family for me, and I'm going to write you every week, just like last year, so don't forget to write back. Your friend who is having lots of fun and wants you here desperately, Lori.
Mom, you know what it sounds like. You had a Francine.
I guess I did.
I've never heard of Lori before. Are you still in touch with her?
It was short for Dolores. Maybe you've heard me talk about my old friend Dolores?
No, I don't think so.
We haven't spoken in years. One of those friends you have in high school and then college happens and, you know.
That's never gonna happen with me and Francine. We'll still be friends when I'm as old as you. A very long time from now. Like, so long from now.
Wait, you're not implying I'm old?
No, of course not. But God, it's gonna be a long time from now.
Little jerk. All right.
These have seen better days.
Yeah, it's a shame they've gotten so moth-eaten.
Yeah, this taxidermy must have been beautiful when it was new. Did Grandpa shoot these?
Mm-hmm. Well, the pheasant. I shot the deer.
Mom! That's kind of awesome. You were my age when you shot it?
Younger. Our father took us hunting during the summers when we'd stay out here. Well, mostly just me. I always did all right with hunting. I could kind of, what's the word? Compartmentalize it? I don't think August could, though. I only saw her fire a gun once. A little .22 hunting rifle. She didn't want to, but my dad wouldn't let her give up. He said we weren't heading back until August took her shot. So she aimed and fired and missed. The deer ran off, and August cried all the way home. That was August's first and last hunting trip. Our father didn't have much patience for that kind of, he had a real thing for, you know, not letting your emotions get in the way.
Maybe it's good to let your emotions get in the way sometimes. Maybe they're trying to tell you something.
Yeah, the father was kind of rude by being that way with her. I mean, if you don't want to shoot an animal, you shouldn't be forced to do so. Especially if you're really young. It's not... It borders on bullying. What is that?
Ooh, a little tiny key. What do you think it's for?
Probably unlocking something?
Ugh.
Maybe a desk drawer?
Probably. We found a little tiny key. I wonder what it unlocks. We'll find out soon enough. Tune in to next... No. Tune in to next live stream and we'll find out what the key unlocks. Nah. We'll keep this going for a little bit longer, at least until we get to the next location. Because we are at 2 hours in, so we will end very soon. But we'll finish up at this location first, which will allow the game to auto-save for the next location. Crackers. Probably not edible, given that they've been here for 30 years. Strawberries in syrup. This is really not a lot of stuff here at all. Yeah, everything's kind of been... What happened?
Sheesh, what happened here?
Looks like the wall gave way. Water damage, I guess.
What is this thing?
It's the water heater.
Oh, that's why you said water damage. I get it, I'm following along. Well, it's not going anywhere now. Can we climb over it?
No! God, look at all that rusty metal.
I'm up on my tetanus shots, aren't I?
We're not risking it.
I think that's the gun that the other sister used. The 22 rifle, maybe? Maybe that's the one they were talking about. Stuffed animal. Really creepy stuffed animal.
Oh, look at this big pink guy.
Kurt won that from me. At the fair. We met at the drive-in diner.
You had a summer fling? Was he cute?
I thought he was very handsome. And he rode a motorcycle.
Oh my god, a bad boy? Did you roller skate his order out to him on his motorcycle? How did that work?
He parked the motorcycle and sat at a table inside.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Sorry, getting caught up on the details here, but tell me more about Kurt!
Honestly, I fell for him pretty hard that summer. It was pretty,
Cool? On his motorcycle?
He was very romantic.
Oh, no.
No, not like that. Well, a little like that.
Ah, no. So, what happened? Did you break up with him, or...
I don't remember. It was just a summer thing, it doesn't really matter.
Wow. Did I hit a nerve?
Hey, maybe we should keep looking around for more relevant things?
In other words, Mama ain't gonna tell you. So keep your mouth shut. Alright. I don't want to read all this church yet. What's this? Pick up pamphlet. Fallout? A fallout shelter? Really? That's kind of funny. What's fallout and how can you be safe? Fallout is nothing more than particles of matter in the air made radioactive by nuclear or thermonuclear explosions. When an atomic or hydrogen bomb is exploded close to the ground, thousands of tons of atomized earth, building materials, rocks, and gases are sucked upward, sometimes to a height of 80,000 feet or more. They help form the mushroom cloud, which is always seen with one of these explosions. Some of these radioactive particles spill out in the immediate area of the explosion soon after it occurs, but others may be carried up the upper winds for miles, Sooner or later, however, they settle to Earth. This is called fallout, Don't get discouraged. Don't get panicky. Follow these simple rules. Prepare a shelter area in your home or backyard, whether you live in a big city or the country. Stock your shelter with a 7-day supply of emergency food and water. Get a radio, preferably battery operated, and keep it in a safe place. Mark the CONELRAD frequencies. Civil defense news and instructions will be provided at these frequencies. If you think you have been in a serious fallout area, remove your outer clothing and wash the exposed parts of your body thoroughly. To sum it up, Americans are hard to scare. Of course, we are worried about the forces science has unlocked. We would not be intelligent human beings otherwise. But this problem can be solved, as others have been, by American ingenuity and careful preparation now. See your local civil defense officer today. Let civil defense help you to build yourself and the nation to be prepared. Okay. Can we ask Mother about that? No. Fair enough. Fair enough. Nothing in the ashtray. Pick up drawing. August's New Friend by Opal Devine. August's dad left her a special tie. It was a red tie and it had special powers. When August wore the special tie, she met her friend Nightshade. Nightshade lived in the shadows and would always be there to help. He was August's friend who would never go away.
Oh, so that's what that old tie was. Why was he called Nightshade anyway?
It was because he could only come out at night. Or stay in the shade, as I remember it.
Okay, well that's spooky as hell.
August was just a kid. She needed someone to talk to.
Did it have to be a freaky, imaginary friend who lurked in the shadows? I mean, what about you or Grandma Helen?
Well, I was a teenager. I don't think I was the most, compassionate at that age. I had my own problems.
If I had a little sister and Dad died, I'd be there for her to talk to.
It's different. You don't know what having a little sister is like.
Are you trying to say you were justified in not helping your little sister when she was grieving after her father died?
I helped. I did. I mean, we were all there for each other, but I could have used more help too. I don't think I had anything left to give. So August made a new friend for herself, one who would always listen.
Ha! Another postcard from the mystery man. Darling, I've been driving up and down the highways and byways looking for the perfect spot. Somewhere secluded, where no one would think to look. With a little bit of space, and I know you always liked a place near the water. I'll find something soon. Just keep biding your time, and don't let on.
Aha! They were really gonna run away together, huh?
He thought so anyway. Whoever he was.
Why do you think Grandma decided not to run off with him?
Well, maybe she just came to her senses. She could have gotten swept up in all the emotions and everything after Father died, and then, when the time came, she thought better of it.
Maybe. Or maybe he thought better of it. Like, maybe he met somebody else. Somebody who caught his eye while he was on the run. Somebody without, like, kids and responsibilities and stuff.
Could be. I'd just be a little surprised. He seemed quite devoted.
Okay, I think that's all we can really look at in here. So we're going to go out to the van finally, get that done and over with, and that'll be it for this location, I'm pretty sure, after we do the van. I think after that, we just kind of go on to the next location.
Everything I'd imagined. It's got an ugly lamp, an acoustic guitar, a concerning scent of mold?
I mean, what do you expect? It's been under this carport for 30 years. That's why I'm not coming inside.
Okay, I'll just look around and get out. It is kind of gross in here.
You're just looking for the screwdriver, right?
Right.
Don't get too nosy, all right?
All right. But look at all this stuff. Wow. Mom was even into theater back then. Huh. Ah, alas. Not so groovy anymore. Brutal, Lori. Brutal. But kind of fair.
Dear Opal, are you getting my letters? I haven't heard from you since you told me about Kurt. I've been writing you every week. Things at the park are lame. All the fun people left, and now it's just me, Gordon, and the dorks from Sandusky. If I don't get anything back, I'm just going to assume you're too preoccupied with Kurt to write to me. At least one of us is having fun. I'll talk to you when school starts, I guess, unless I'm too busy. Lori. Why couldn't they just put Lori on the first page? It was kind of weird. It's an entire second page devoted to Lori. It's kind of odd. All right. Toolbox should be here. Oh, there's a letter.
Holy shit.
Babe, this summer's been real out here. This summer's been real out there, but I've got to split. I'm not hip to another winter with snow. I'm on my bike, headed to Cali. Look me up if you're ever out that way. Kurt. We are taking this. Alright, and there's a screwdriver. I don't know what that is. Oh, owner's manual for the car. Alright, I think that's it. I think that's all we can look at here. Unless... yeah, that's it.
How was the stuff? Groovy as you'd hoped?
Well, I found, this. You guys didn't just drift apart at the end of the summer, did you?
No. I came to work at the diner one night, and they said someone had left a note for me. And it was this stupid thing.
That sucks, Mom.
I just felt like such an idiot. I'd put all my energy into plans, planning how we'd be able to stay together, planning how our life was going to be, planning how he'd be the answer for how I was going to be okay. And then, one day, this. I don't know if I've ever cried as much as I did for the week after I got this.
He seems like an asshole.
Hey, language.
But he was.
All right, you're not wrong. There was a lesson I should have learned that summer. You can't rely on other people.
What?
If you put your trust in other people, if you expect them to be there for you, one day they won't be.
So what, you shouldn't have friends or relationships?
Well, no, I just mean... You can care about other people, but you have to be ready for them to go away. And be okay on your own when they do.
You're making it sound like... Are you saying Dad left you? I thought you said you both agreed to...
Language serenity now.
Well, either way, he's not here, is he?
Mom, what happened? With you and Dad splitting up? He always makes it sound like you wanted him to leave, but...
He does?
I mean,
If he's telling you I wanted this, See? This is why you need to be okay on your own. If you're fine on your own, when they leave, you don't have to feel this way. Remember that.
Well... I've got the screwdriver.
Good. That's good.
Damn. So it seems like it's not just the grandmother keeping secrets. It seems like the mother and the father are keeping secrets from the daughter as well. It sounds like there's a lot of drama in this entire family. This is so stupid. I thought I unlocked that door when I... So... Is there not a run button in this game? Doesn't look like there is. Oh, that door is open. Alright. Okay. I should probably... I guess it doesn't matter since we're leaving. So we open this door with a screwdriver.
Door, we meet again. But this time, I'm ready for it.
I think that's a graphic glitch. I don't think the mother's breasts are supposed to be in the way of the door.
Hey,
What?
good work.
Thanks, Mom.
Another postcard from the mystery man. Darling, now wait. It sounds like someone's getting cold feet all of a sudden. We had a plan. Leo dies, I make tracks for the border, and when the dust settles, you follow me. This doesn't work if only one of us makes tracks. I've got everything you could ever hope for up here. A place of our own, a quiet little town where nobody knows our names, and a pile of cash that'll keep us going till who knows when. The kids will love it too. What kid wouldn't want to live on a boat? Get these silly ideas out of your head and get back on track, and we'll be together soon. Suspicious.
Would you have loved living on a boat?
I don't think so. I wonder what age he thought I was. He couldn't have thought a teenage girl would want to... Wait. I hadn't even thought of that. My mother was just gonna take me and August, and we were all gonna run off to Canada? I mean, of course she wasn't just gonna leave us behind, but...
Sounds like Grandma had some big plans worked up.
Well, look, he said she started having cold feet. And she must have written him back and said she wasn't sure if she could come after all.
You think she realized that maybe her kids wouldn't have been so happy moving onto a boat with some random man in Canada? Can I start calling him Canada Man?
You can call him whatever you want. This is so strange.
Love makes you do crazy things.
Love or grief?
Both?
Maybe. Or maybe she didn't actually love the father. The real father. Or the... whatever father. I don't know. She had two husbands, apparently. I am not reading the Holy Bible. Doesn't look like there's anything in any of these drawers. Perfume. Cool. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything else in here. Ooh, that's a really ugly duck. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. What's the other book? Apparently we can't grab it.
Ah, my mom loved this desk. I remember when she brought it home from the flea market.
Jeez, how many desks did Grandma have?
Kind of a lot, I guess. I mean, she was a writer. She liked to move around.
Well, let's see what she was hiding in here. Ugh, it's locked. This gives me an idea. The little key? From Grandma's diary?
Right.
I love how you have two options of maybe I'll use the key or maybe I'll just smash it open. Like, what? I kind of want to choose that option at some point and see if she actually just bashes the thing right open. And the mother's just standing there like, the fuck? Sympathy card. Our condolences. Our thoughts are with you, Janet and David Richards. That doesn't seem too sympathetic. With our deepest sympathies, our thoughts are with you, Helen. So sorry to hear about your loss. Please let me know if there's anything we can do. The Saltzmans? Saltzmans. There's a lot of freaking ashtrays in all of these homes. Helen, you can't just leave me here. I did all this for you, all for you, and those are my kids too. You know What? I need to have her right. Huh. Well, oh God, he lives where I live. I mean, he lives in Ontario. I don't live in Carindale. I don't even think that's a real place. I think that's a fictionalized place. But Ontario is definitely real. Carindale doesn't sound real at all. And especially Hoptoe Lake. That sounds all fake.
What's that?
What? I'm sorry. What?
What does he mean? When he says those are his kids? Was Grandpa Leo not your real dad? Could that have been why he was trying to run away with you and August and Grandma Helen?
I can't even imagine.
Look, Mom. Look. This one. This note. It has a return address. Pierre Lautrec. Box 9, Hoptoe Lake, Carndale, Ontario. We should go check it out.
What? No.
No? But...
Tess, we already drove however many hours up here and dug around getting dirty and all this stuff. I'm not driving us to Canada based on some return address from over 30 years ago. We have the rest of the house to pack up, and I still need to call the electric company to schedule our end of the service, which I probably should have done sooner, and...
Mom, stop. This is your father we're talking about here. It's about who you really are. It's about who I really am. Was my grandfather really my grandfather? Who was this guy? Who are we? These are big questions, Mom, and you're just gonna turn around and drive home?
Okay, listen.
Yes.
Hey, I'm not doing this because of your sterling rhetorical skills. You didn't win this one. I just happen to agree with you. I do want to know who my mother might have been mixed up with, and why she never told me about it, and who my real father is. And if we go check out this address, we might find nothing. But we might find something. So if one more day of driving is all it takes to find out one way or the other...
Then why not, right?
Right.
Glad I could convince you.
No, you just happen to be right.
Exactly. Glad you came around to see things my way in the end. Okay. Should we get going? It's getting dark.
Yeah. Let's find somewhere to stay for the night. We'll look up directions. Get back on the road in the morning.
Hotel night. We're getting room service. Thank you, Mom. Best weekend ever.
But we didn't find that hidden fortune you were so excited about.
Yeah. Maybe it's on the other side of the border.
Maybe. Come on, let's get out of here.
What the heck? Is this Pierre Lautrec guy Mom's real dad? Scandal. We found an address for some place in Canada. We've got to go check it out. Time to hit the road. Alright. So we just go back to the van. Let's see if we can go out this way now. Here we go. Oh, not the van, the car, I guess.
All right. Time to order that room service.
This is not the kind of place that has a room service. I'm sorry.
What?
Hotels do room service. This is a motel.
Just like the summer place was a mobile home and not a trailer.
Right. But the other way around. But there's a restaurant and lounge right next door, though. I'm gonna head down there and get us dinner, okay? And I'm going to have a cocktail while I wait. It's been a long day. I'll be back with something to eat soon.
Well, all right. That's almost like room service.
What do you want to eat?
Oh, burger?
Burger it is. Do your homework.
I knew I shouldn't have brought my backpack on this trip. Now Mom expects me to do my homework. Well, I guess there's not much else to do cooped up in this motel room. Yeah, I think that's where we're going to end the stream. We made some pretty good progress today. Obviously, there's a lot more to the story as it develops. And we are quickly learning that the mother's father may not be who she thought it was after all. And there's a secret, sordid love affair that's going straight into Canada, where they're headed, to find out the truth about their actual family and what the hell's going on. So anyway, thank you very much to Lewis for tuning in tonight, Stu's Game Reviews, and Lester. Always great to have you guys, and everybody else tuning in who didn't leave any comments in the live chat. Still great to have you in the live stream as well. But that's it for me, guys. If you missed any of the previous live streams, check out the playlist section. I cover PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, PC, and VR games. If any of that interests you, please consider liking and subscribing. And again, check out the playlist section. The last stream we did was, what did we stream last? Choo Choo Charlie, or Charles, Choo Choo Charles, which is a survival horror game, indie survival horror game by a YouTuber. So that was the last stream we did. We're probably going to go into Alan.
For the stream.
No problem, Lewis. Thanks for tuning in. So next we'll probably go into some more of Alan Wake 2 in a couple of days. And until then, happy Mother's Day to everyone celebrating with your mothers. Again, this was Open Roads, and again, we were going to stream Alan Wake 2, but because of Mother's Day, I figured this would have been a little fun game to stream, because it's a story of mother and daughter, you know, going on a road trip together, kind of rekindling and finding out the truth about their family. So, in total, very good game. I really enjoy the voice acting in this one, done by two Hollywood actresses, I should say, who did a phenomenal job. Like, I mean, they really bring the characters to life and make the story that much more believable and realistic. So anyway, that's it for this one. Have a good night, everybody, and we'll see you soon at the Gamer's Grotto. Take care once again. Have a wonderful night. We'll see you soon. And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Take care.